Live boxing coming up here on Friday Night Fights. When we return, Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas will have the call. Saeed Ouali against Irving Garcia, fight number 1. And then the main event again, Delvin Rodriguez, Jesse Feliciano. Back on Friday Night Fights right after this.
Well over 50 times we have done just this. Started off an ESPN boxing broadcast with a look at Connecticut's fabulous Foxwoods. For 13 years, this has been home to some of the best boxing action in the country. This year, Foxwoods will celebrate its 100th nationally televised fight card. Tonight, it's number 99. Sold out crowd at Foxwoods, and they are cranked up for the main event. Sharpshooting, knockout streaking Delvin Rodriguez against the tough Jesse Feliciano. And up first, desperate welterweights wanting a win. Irving Garcia faces Saeed Ouali. 28-year-old Irving Garcia, college-educated Puerto Rican native who gave up his career to pay full attention to boxing. Skillfully elusive, he's 14-2-1. He has been a valuable sparring partner in recent years to some of the best fighters with training camps in Puerto Rico. Learned dedication from Trinidad, says he learned strength from Cotto, and he learned that Oscar De La Hoya is the most complete fighter he's ever seen. Garcia stands opposite Saeed Ouali. Southpaw, born in Morocco, raised in Belgium, but he left behind the land of steam muscles to move to Jersey at 21. His pro career in the U.S., 20 wins, 2 losses. Saeed, extremely impressive individual to talk with. In fact, he could be impressive in 5 different languages: Dutch, Arabic, French, English, German. And in the ring, he's trying to speak the language of defense right now. That's what he's been working on.
In the dressing room, I expect you to obey my commands at all times. Keep the bout clean. Touch him up. Touch him up. Go back to your corners. Good luck.
Danny Schiavone for this scheduled 10-rounder. There is Saeed Ouali talking about his defensive prowess that he's been working on, that he feels has been lacking. He's been under the tutelage of John David Jackson, former world titleist Teddy, who knew a thing or two about being crafty in the ring.
And a few things about being a southpaw, which Ouali is. He fights from the left-handed side. John David Jackson, former middleweight champion of the world, a smart fighter, a fighter who knows how to talk to a southpaw, a fighter who knows how to improve, as you touched on before, defensive assets of a fighter.
Ouali misses with the straight left hand. He is in the red with white. Garcia in the gold with black trim. 2-time Puerto Rican national amateur titleist is Irving Garcia.
Ouali has fought a lot of soft opposition. Matter of fact, 2 of his losses represent, or his 2 losses represent the 2 times he stepped up. And interesting is, you could say the same thing about Garcia, that both his losses represented 2 times that he really stepped up. Ouali is the bigger man, Joe, or the smaller man, I should say. He's been a welterweight his entire career, while Garcia, a junior middleweight half his career, and a welterweight for the other half. So you would think that maybe Garcia would enjoy getting close to use that strength advantage with his southpaw.
Got to the inside moments ago, but it was Ouali who was able to score well with the short right hand.
You would also expect Garcia to look for right hands, a favorite punch, quite often when you're facing a lefty. You can see right now Garcia, not a lot happening, but being bothered by the southpaw stance a little bit early on because he was pawing with his jab. And when you see a guy pawing with the jab, which he's not doing now, but a moment ago he was, that means that he doesn't feel comfortable. That angle with the southpaw doesn't look the way he's used to seeing it look when he's in there with an orthodox fighter, so he doesn't have the confidence to snap the jab. But right now, it's snapping a good hook.
Tries to come back with the right hand effectively against the southpaw. Neither punch landed, but he makes a statement early to Ouali that it's there.
Both fighters have good wingspans, good reach. We'll see who uses that reach to their advantage, and that would start with who starts establishing what you talked about a minute ago, the jab.
Back to the jab for ouali. Right hand tries to split the guard from Irving Garcia. That's a slip. Garcia and ouali at the end of round number 1 as we are working our way towards a much anticipated main event.
We'll see if it's good news for Feliciano or great news for Garcia.
Round number 2.
Rodriguez, I should say, instead of Garcia.
Here is Irving Garcia in the gold trunks coming out for round number 2 against Saeed Ouali. You know, it's interesting to see Feliciano, Teddy, in that pose, prone there, laying on the couch, looked a little tired. I visited with him just before we went on the air, and he says, boy, I'm really being affected by the time change. He flew west to east coming in from Vegas, didn't fly until Wednesday night, so we'll see if that plays a factor a little later on, but nobody is expecting a sluggish or sleepish main event. It should be fireworks. Exchange on the inside. Ouali with the right hook. There's a good left hand, and now the southpaw comes in, tries to corner his opponent, does so with an uppercut, and scores the knockdown.
4, 5, 6.
Not the first time Garcia has been in this position. He's been on the floor before.
You okay? Let's go.
So just under 2 minutes to work with for Saeed Ouali.
Pick him up.
Garcia goes to the body, and that right hand straight a little low.
Pick him up.
And that low blow by Garcia bought him some valuable seconds while he's trying to recover as his gloves just touched the ground right there, and the referee will step in and clean him off.
So it's been a sloppy 30 seconds since the knockdown as Garcia tries to regain himself. Oh, he's not looking good. And he goes down again, that time from the left hand. Fight is over. He stumbled back.
The southpaw spent a round figuring out the orthodox fighter. And figuring him out he did in the second round. He got his distance, and he was able to connect with good power shots and get the job done with the bigger man. You may be physically big, as Garcia was, as we said, throughout his career, junior middleweight, half his career, and then dropping to welterweight. Ouali, a welterweight his whole career. But that does not always indicate who has the power. Tonight, ouali had the power. More importantly, he was able to distribute that power to his opponent.
Saeed Ouali. He has now won 4 straight by knockout, 7 straight overall. He did it in impressive fashion here at Foxwoods, a place that seems to bring out finishes like that. Let's take a look back at the first knockdown in this second round by Ouali, Teddy.
Again, you could see the man taking the chances was Garcia. But taking that chance a moment ago when he dove in with the right hand, he paid a price. He got caught on the way in and then on the way out. Here's the end of the fight, already hurt. And Ouali knew what to do. Bring his feet, get into punching distance, and let his hands go with an already confused and battered Garcia.
Saeed Ouali. He said he wants people to say they want to see him again. How can you not want to after that? The Just for Men punch track numbers. Ouali building up the headshot total in that second round. Landed 25 overall connects, 20 of them to the head. The right hand uppercut being the forceful blow before the first knockdown, and then the 3 left hands before the second knockdown. Now, for the official particulars, we send it up to the ring to generous Joe Antonacci.
Boxing fans, the time, 1 minute and 44 seconds of round number 2. Referee Danny Schiavone stops the contest. Your winner by technical knockout, Saeed Ouali.
Ouali this fight would not go the distance. It didn't. Saeed Ouali with the second round knockout of Irving Garcia. He is now 21-2, a much needed impressive win in his career. Now here's Brian Kenny and Irish John Duddy.
All right, Joe, thank you very much. A man known for his power. What'd you think? It looked like Ouali has real power in there, John. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I think he's right hand. The southpaw stance was giving Garcia lots of problems from the beginning. And as soon as he landed his first right hand hook, that started the whole decline of Garcia.
We're talking